Hi, I'm Elena, and I'm a registered psychotherapist. We all have ways of understanding the world through story. Stories are a big part of how our brains take in information, make sense of it, and integrate it into our understanding of ourselves and our environment. You are the expert in your own life. You wake up every day looking at your ceiling. You wake up with your thoughts. You wake up in your body. Only you know what that is like. And that essentially makes you the expert in your life. And so we see if together our relationship can get you somewhere where you want to go. Sometimes when we look at somebody's story, when we have an opportunity to unpack that story, when we have somebody to ask the right questions, we can get a foundation, and it creates kind of a very person-centered approach to therapy where I'm allowing somebody to teach me who they are so that I can then provide them with some resources in a direction that they would prefer. In the first couple of sessions, there are very few expectations on the person going to therapy. They essentially need to show up, and then I would explain to them some of the ways that I approach a first, second, third session. And we might talk about things like what they think is going on and why they think they're in therapy. They don't have to have the perfect answer to that, but the way I look at it is they're there for a reason. It's always important to get an idea of, okay, what's going on? How do you see things? And then maybe we go from there. Maybe I find some ways to clarify some goals and directions for therapy, just getting to know the person and getting to know their needs. Maybe we work on that together even, but it really kind of depends on the person. And in those first few sessions, I try to tune into where do you want to be? It's okay not to know. And maybe we can figure that out together. When we're really in deep waters in our lives, gasping for breath, we can barely touch the bottom, we kind of put on our life jacket and we wait until we can float to shore. And once we have our feet solidly on the ground, that's when we can start to do more. Therapy doesn't have to be all talking. There's so many different tools, there's so many different approaches to therapy, so many different steps we can take that are really specific and that can be explained by the right therapist. Sometimes when we grow our understanding of what therapy can be, we get a better idea of how it can fit our needs. And that sometimes takes a little bit of working with the right person. And when we want to do in-depth therapy, when we really want to kind of like look into deeper things, it's good to have our feet firmly on the ground so that we can go forward in a new way. And that requires us and our nervous systems to be kind of in a safe place in our lives first.